Welcome back into another edition of the PowerMizzou.com podcast. Power Mizzou here on YouTube. Gabe DeArmond coming at you. We did a show last night, our regular Monday show, but this time of year we're trying to bring you guys a few little extra shows here and there. And to do that today, got a special guest, one of Missouri's most recent transfer class. We're going to bring in Santana Banner, who is just moved to Columbia, Missouri. Santana, you got here just in time for our most beautiful weather, man. You got here on Thursday, and then we're immediately snowed in for 3 days.
Couldn't drive my car around here. Definitely would have been a problem. But yeah, definitely getting used to Missouri. Like it out here. It's beautiful, man. I'm not gonna lie. I actually just checked my backyard and I got some deer tracks going through it. I'm not used to that, so that caught me off guard. Yeah.
There you go. There you go. So we kind of want fans to just get a chance to know you, kind of check out your football journey and all that. So I want to start back in high school. You're coming out of high school, and you've got offers from Tennessee Tech, Murray State, Valpo, and then Northern Illinois comes in about 5 days before signing day. So tell me what your recruiting process was like the first time around.
It was pretty hectic. I'm not gonna lie. So going into high school, my freshman year, I was actually in Rockdale County, and I transferred, so I was ineligible. The first season would be my sophomore year to play there. So I didn't end up playing that season. Junior and senior year, I was splitting time my junior year, senior year, ended up starting. Ended up getting a little bit of interest. Like you said, I went to a camp over that summer and ended up getting my first offer from Tennessee Tech. And then talked to the coaches and everything. I actually ended up committing to Murray State. And my quarterback at the high school actually was committed to NIU. And he was like right before signing, like 3-4 days before signing day, he was like, you know what, I'm gonna send your film and everything to Coach Ham. I'm gonna get you up here with me. I'm like, hey man, that's fine with me, be around familiar face. He ended up being my roommate actually when we went to NIU. But he ended up sending Coach Ham my film. Coach B hit me up pretty much the next day. It was like, man, I love what I see, and I want to get you down here. And went up there on an official visit. Great atmosphere, great coaches, man. Um, couldn't ask for nothing better.
So when you're coming out of high school, are you like I feel like there's two different types of mindsets. Some kids are thinking all these places overlooked me. I'm going to go prove this and go play on the biggest stage. Or are you more, hey man, I'm just thrilled to have this chance to play Division I college football.
I looked at it as it's opportunity, man. You gotta take what you get, and you gotta make the best out of it. There's no point in I should have been this, I should have been that. Nah, it's how you're gonna respond. So that's how I looked at it.
Tell me about your time in Northern Illinois. Like, how much better of a football player are you now than you were 2 years ago when you got there?
I feel like the physicality that's always been there, so that's something you can't really teach. But I felt like Coach Benedetto, he actually just moved to he's getting a DC job at Fresno State now. So congrats to him. But he's definitely a guy that helped me out, knowing where I need to be, help my football IQ, where my eyes need to be, um, pretty much what I need to anticipate, like little tips and tricks. And I feel like he really helped me be the player I am now.
All right, so look, we got to talk about. I mean, everybody in the country who didn't know Northern Illinois knows Northern Illinois after this year, right? So
Mhm.
you're the deep guy on the field goal attempt by Notre Dame at the end of the game. When you see that ball get deflected, like what's going through your head?
I was just in shock. Blocked what 3 or 4 field goals that game. That's something you pretty much never see. It's something I would definitely remember for the rest of my life. I mean, that was one of the greatest feelings I ever had. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Seeing that, like my boy JD actually picked the ball up, and like once I seen the block, I'm like, the game not over. But when he picked the ball up and he took that knee, you could see me like I just stood still. I didn't run around or nothing. I was in shock. Like it was probably one of the best moments of my life.
Yeah. What's it like now? I mean, that team that you guys beat is one of the last three or four. Are you rooting for them so you can say you beat the national champs?
So we can be like, we're the only team that beat them. We're the only team that beat the national champions, and not many people can say that, especially
Yeah.
as a group of 5 school.
Yeah. So when during your season did you kind of think, hey, I want to maybe test the portal and see, was there something that led to it, or were you kind of thinking, hey, I think maybe I have a chance to play at maybe a bigger place?
I pretty much had a heart to heart with my coach. We talked. We had a bunch of seniors leaving. Pretty much the entire defense. I'm like, pretty much asked him, how do you think we'll be, returning? And he said we should be pretty good. We're losing a couple guys, but we're gonna have some more guys in. And I pretty much end up talking it over with my dad and everything, my agent, and I talked to coach. I told him I think it'd be best for me, to move on to my next chapter. And he said, you did your thing this year. I can't blame you. Wish nothing but the best for you. So I appreciate Coach Hammock for that. He wasn't, you know how some coaches get there.
Mm-hmm.
It's like ill will. They're like, you go, you're gonna no, he was very good about it. So hopped in the portal. It was chaos. To say the
That's what
least.
I want. Like a lot of the fans, a lot of the people listening to this probably don't really have an idea. I don't think those of us who cover it have an idea. What are those first 24, 48 hours like after you say, hey, I'm transferring?
It's about, you're talking 7 coaches a day, 7, 8 coaches a day. They're pretty much all telling you the same thing. So you got to decipher what's real and what's just. So I pretty much look at it as what coaches want me and what coaches don't want other coaches to want me. So it's a difference between you want me here so nobody else can have me versus you want me here to build me as a man, as a player, and etc. So I felt like Coach Batoon and Coach Yoro, they really, stood out that way.
I think a lot of fans here, and you said, you were talking with your agent, and I think most players these days have some sort of representation, and a lot of fans hear that and say, "Hang on, wow, I've got to assume that when you're going through that process, it's pretty important that you have somebody that's kind of advising you that understands all this stuff."
100%. Because at the end of the day, I'm still young. They still have the job that he has experience in it, so he can really decipher. Like I was saying, whether it's a good situation for me, whether that being a coach like wanting the best for me instead of wanting the best for him. For you get what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
can't really explain it, but yeah,
they all take a percentage. We
yeah,
know how it works. Yeah.
yeah.
So you're taking all these phone calls and you go through a few days of just listening to everybody. And then the craziest part of the transfer process to me is then you go, okay, I'm going to visit 4 places or whatever. I'm going to be here on Thursday, here on Friday, here on Saturday, here on Monday. So once you get down to kind of that visit process, what is that like? Do you just pack a bag for like 6 days and you just hop on different flights everywhere?
Pretty much, yeah. It was 4 days of flights. I was in from NIU. We went to Georgia Tech, was there, then flew to Cincinnati, then flew back here, then went to Missouri. It was just a bunch, just nonstop. But I felt like it really, like it's just the experience. Like, at the end of the day, you have to pick one school, but the experience of seeing, like, all these different environments, the coaches, and just the communities, it's really a great thing. It's you just get to move around. But like you said, in the day, it's a short window, so you have to make your choice.
Yeah. You're a Georgia kid. Georgia Tech, did you kind of go into this thinking, hey, I might get closer to home?
Yeah, I coming out of high school, really, I'm really from up north. I'm from Michigan. Actually, I
Okay.
was born in Dearborn, lived in Flint. But high school and all that in Georgia, I'm like, yeah, I would love to be close to home. So I try to give them the benefit of the doubt. But you know, unfortunately, it didn't work out. But I feel like I made the best decision. You know?
Tell me about so high school kids you're taking visits, you're there for 48 hours, you go see the whole town, everything. These transfer visits, it's probably like an 18 to 24-hour thing. What are those visits like? What are you doing on the trip to Columbia?
I pretty much landed, drove an hour 45 from St. Louis, viewed the facility, went straight to practice, got to see some of the guys. What did we do after that? We pretty much went from there straight to lunch, straight back to talk to with coach, talk ball, to dinner, spent the night, all of that, came back, talked to coach in the morning, and that's pretty much it. It's quick. It's definitely quick.
Yeah.
Get you in and out.
I know Coach Drinkwitz is called the portal, like speed dating, right?
Literally.
So you're in there, you got 12 to 24 hours. Like when it comes down to making a decision, is it just kind of gut feel at that point?
Definitely. Because at the same time, like you can't wait, because at the same time, just like you have options, they have options too. They can't just sit there and wait on one guy the whole time. So it's just, you got to make the best decision. You can't just linger around.
So you made the call to pick Missouri. Why'd you kind of know? I mean, when did it hit you? Hey, this is where I want to be.
So, first call with Coach Batoon, we were on the phone, and like I told you, I was trying to see what coaches actually, took the time to see, the type of player I am, and what I need to work on and how they can help me. I asked Coach Batoon, I said, what areas do you think I need to work on? And he pretty much broke down my film the same way my coach at NIU did for my exit meeting. So he told me what I need to work on, what my strengths are, what my weaknesses are, and how he can help with that. So that's something that really caught my attention.
So after you go ahead, you commit, you sign, that's all done. What have the next couple weeks been like for you? Has it settled down at all, or is it then just kind of crazy? Hey, I got to move.
So I actually stayed home for in Georgia for Christmas, spent time with the family. Got to see some of my people. A couple friends that went opposite ways for college. I have a best friend, pretty much my brother, that lived at LSU. Got to spend time with him. We actually left there, went back to Illinois to pack, and then straight to Missouri. 5.5 hour drive, and then the snow probably wasn't the best, but you gotta take it on the chin, move on. But besides that, I love it out here. I'm not gonna lie to you. Pretty much buy everything too.
If you sitting here today, tell 17-year-old Santana Banner you're going to be playing SEC football, would you believe that?
I believed I was going to make it to a big stage, but man, I figured somewhere I really wanted to, everybody wants to go big P5, P4, like, coming out of high school. But like I said, it's all about the process. So I figured, like, my under recruitment in high school, that it was going to lead to something regardless. I was going to make the best out of the situation,
So, look, this is the second time in 3 years now, you learning a brand new place, brand new campus, all that. But, like, that's pretty normal now. Like, there's going to be 40 new guys on this team. Does that make it easier?
I wouldn't say it would make it easier. It's all about the culture. Everybody coming in, it's a bunch of new guys coming in, but I feel like the culture they have here at Missouri, everybody can get adapted to it, so it won't be too much of a change. It really be like, it's pretty much talk to coach. It's like, it's basically the same thing. I just got to learn new terminology. The culture here is great. The guys, the practice I came up to see, it's pretty much like just fast paced, organized, everything. Everyone's spot on, giving their best effort. So I felt like it wouldn't be that much of a difference versus where I was at NIU. It's pretty much the same thing. Just new terminology.
Mm-hmm. So you're here now. Class starts what, in a week and a half. Like, what are you guys all doing now? Is everybody back, or did you get back early? How are the next few weeks for you?
I came back super early. So they just had the bowl game last week, so I'm pretty much the only one up here. Just getting settled in. Just me and myself.
Okay. Okay. And then what you guys will start, I guess, off-season conditioning and everything like that here in a couple weeks when class starts and all that.
I believe we report back the 19th. So we the transfers, we get acquainted to everything. So yeah, that's when we get everything, up and running.
I know. Look, there's really no off season for you guys, right? It's a 12 month a year deal. But like, have you relaxed since your season ended a little bit, or are you like in the gym every day?
Um, not in the gym every day. Definitely getting work in every day though, whether it be field work, gym, stretching, rehabbing my body, whether that be like cryo, little things like that. Just, my body is my business. So doing the best I can to take care of that.
Eh, I'm curious if that is, and you maybe haven't seen all the facilities and the amenities that Missouri has yet, since you haven't been here a long time, but like just on your visits and stuff, is that a big difference between, say, the MAC? Well, I guess as of today, Northern Illinois is now in the Mountain West, but you
Yeah.
know, between the quote unquote group of five schools and like the SEC, is there a big difference in what's available to you guys?
Definitely. Facility wise, it's still great trainers and everything, but facility wise, it's definitely a huge difference. You have access to way more, like whether that be like cryo at the facility. I never knew that was a thing. Uh, they have what was it, the red light therapy there. It was just a bunch of things that just caught me off guard. It's a lot, and it's something I didn't. I'm thinking I don't even know what to say. I'm not gonna lie. I was just in shock. But it was definitely something that caught my attention, Like I said, my body's my business, so that's the best way I can take care of it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Now, tell me a little bit for the fans listening. Compare your game to somebody, or tell me what stands out about your game. Is there a guy in the league or in college that you think you play like?
Um, you know, uh I grew up watching Sean Taylor and Cam Chancellor. Those were guys I wanted to model my game after. I feel like I need to, step it up a little bit more. I always felt like that no matter what I do. I could be a little bit better, but I just want to come downhill and just hit somebody, man. That's just how I roll. Make plays, and that's about it.
All right, now I should have asked this at the beginning. On the screen, it says Santana Banner. Your social
Mhm.
media account is Beans. So, what do people actually call you most of the time, and where did that come from?
So, Beans is a family nickname. Actually came from my dad. You ever heard of a Mexican jumping bean? The little
Yeah,
jumping bean?
yeah.
Yeah. So I was hyper as a kid. So my pops gave me that name. So yeah, that's pretty much stuck with me all my life. But my actual nickname I go by is Tanner, um,
Okay.
or Beans, I guess. Whichever one sticks first. So yeah,
There you go. Well, hey, hyper kid, get you out on the football field and get rid of some of the energy, I guess, huh?
for real.
All right. Well, Santana, I appreciate you taking some time, man. I know you've been super busy, but fans are looking forward to getting to see you on the field and all these new guys. Hey, it's a brand new team every year now. This is college football, right?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out, and look forward to getting to know you and watch you play over the next couple of years.
I appreciate you. Have a great day.
All right, you too. That is Santana Banner. Now, Missouri safety came from Northern Illinois. Just wanted to hopefully get some of these guys, get some of the guys that are coming in on here with us over the next week or two before they have to report, and we have to follow all the rules and go through Missouri to talk to them. So appreciate you guys listening or watching. Before you leave, like, comment, share, subscribe, do all those things that help more people see us, and we will talk to you next time.